right along ringside. We're ready to go with another big USWA Championship Wrestling. Dutch, I got to tell you, it's good to have you back again right here with us. We've got a lot of improvement coming up, and we're going to be introducing that in just a moment. But I do want to say to you that, Dutch, I am looking for you to be a little more protective this week than you were last week.
Let me tell you something, Lance. If somebody bothers you out here, if somebody kicks you, it's like they kicked me. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
That's the kind of thinking I love.
Keep in mind now, I have been requested to sit out here and just be a commentator. I'll do the best I can, but I will protect you. I'll guarantee you.
I understand what your job is, and by golly, we're delighted to have you. I'll tell you something else we're delighted to have, too. You remember a couple of weeks ago, we had Sunny down here from the WWF. We got a great response. Sunny is a beautiful young lady, but let me tell you what. We've got our own brand new, beautiful young lady who's going to be doing some interviews, talking with the fans and the wrestlers. Stacy, are you up where we can see you? Hi.
Right over here in the crowd. Got all these people over here. What's your name?
Lance.
Where are you from?
Moscow, Tennessee.
Moscow, Tennessee. Back to you, Dave. Lance.
Thank you. Okay. Dutchman and Stacy and Lance, and we're all ready to go with a heck of a show. Dutch, what do we got lined up in the way of matches today?
We got JC Ice Baby against Bobby Bolton going to be coming up here real soon. We got Mike Samples, Hollywood Mike Samples here with us today, taking on Stephen Dunn.
Whoa.
And we got a special guest here with us today. Double J is going to be with us right here today. And I'm going to tell you what, Lance, I was sort of holding back last week, but this week I think some things need to be aired out, some things need to be said, and I'm right here to say them, so stay tuned because I'm going to speak my mind in just a little bit.
By golly, this is the guy that could do it. Truth Commission will be here. Elijah will be here with a brand new friend of his. We saw the guy, Brakus.
Have you seen the guy? What a physical specimen, and this Elijah says he's his best friend. So we're going to see what this new guy here in the USWA looks like, Brakus, right here later today.
Flash Flanagan and Billy Travels will be going, and then our final event is going to be a single match with Brian Christopher facing Wolfie D. Time out, and we're going to be back with everybody in just a moment.
We're back on USWA Championship Wrestling, ready to get your first of 5 huge main events underway. Your opening bout today, one fall with a 10-minute time limit, making his way to the ring, representing the Nation of Domination. Here is J.C. Ice.
Wait, he said J.C. Ice. He didn't say anything about Wolfie D.
Yeah, he didn't introduce Wolfie D, and Wolfie D comes with it. I guess he's part of the package.
His opponent soon to be making his way to the ring area from Winnipeg in Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds. Here comes Bolton, Bobby Bolton. One fall, 10 minutes inside. Down to Lance and Dutch.
Okay, we've got Downtown Bruno as our referee in this match. Jolton Bobby Bolton will be out here and going as the opponent for J.C. Ice. I do not like Wolfie D outside the ring. If he would stay there, that would be great. But just don't interfere in the match.
Yeah, Wolfie, what Lance says go. And if you interfere, you're gonna get in trouble with Lance. That's good. That's good.
Okay. Bell time, and we're ready for it. Bobby Bolton, J.C. Ice.
A lot of controversy between Bobby Bolton and Mike Samples, Lance. I guess you're aware of that, and I'm sure all the fans are aware of it, too. And it all started several months ago or weeks ago in Louisville, Kentucky at the Big Boar restaurant where Bobby Bolton was making an interview, and Mike Samples sort of thought it fit to interfere in the making of the commercial.
Yeah, he did, and that's one of those situations where Mike Samples was not all stupid. He was spilled some food on Bobby Bolton, and what he did was end up baiting Bolton to throw the first punch, and so the commissioner has had a difficult time making a decision. Top wrist lock, taking it around, in behind into a hammer. Bolton with J.C. Ice going to the ropes.
But doesn't Bobby Bolton now say that Mike Samples owes him something like $2,000 is what he was going to get for the commercial?
That's what he got.
He didn't get paid, right?
That's right, no.
And he says Mike Samples owes him $2,000.
Yeah.
Mike Samples, of course, says he don't owe him nothing.
Yeah. That is what makes for a little disagreement every now and then. J.C. Ice, first lock on Bobby Bolton, giving away the sides, and that's not a particularly good spot, but he leveled that one up by just reaching up and grabbing the hair, and the referee said, "You grabbed the hair, I heard him," and J.C. said, "No way."
You know, J.C. Ice, he has complained about his daddy and his mother and getting and all that. But, you know, I don't think even J.C. Ice maybe realizes that the reason they stayed married so long was because of him. I think Bill and his wife were both custody. Neither one of them wanted him. And he doesn't realize that, but I just thought I told everybody today I was going to air some things out. That's exactly what I'm doing.
He aired it out. And
wait a minute, we got a visitor. We have company here.
Mike Samples has walked into the studio with his camera and is shooting.
His shoot board. He has a shoot board.
Yeah, he's got the clapboard ready for. I don't know what in the world he's got that for. But
well, that got Bobby Bolton's attention just long enough for J.C. Iceberg to take over on him. Ooh. Oh, did he plant him in the corner?
Diagonally whipped him across the ring right into the turnbuckles down on that floor. Now with his neck on that middle rope, pushing down and in effect getting a chokehold on him. And you see Mike Samples out there with Wolfie D as J.C. Ice comes in. He does have a chokehold on him, Dutch.
Well, he's got him locked in. I think Mike Samples did J.C. Ice baby a favor coming into distracting Bobby Bolton. And now we can see you can't be distracted from a guy like J.C. Ice baby for long. What he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in ring savvy. He knows what he's doing out there.
Big elbow properly placed means Bobby Bolton on the deck. Count of 1, 2, and that's what he got. J.C. Ice. Most deceiving thing in the world is look at this guy and his size, and you make the mistake of saying, "Oh, well, he's a little bitty guy. He'll beat your brains out." I mean, in a heartbeat.
Well, he's got him locked in the corner now. If he can maintain this, Bobby Bolton right now needs Wolf baby. Jamie Ice baby, I'm sorry, to make a mistake. He needs to regain the momentum here. But of course now you've got Wolfie D standing outside. You've got the movie star Mike Samples standing outside holding a camera for who knows what reason. So he's got some distraction. I'd say Bobby Bolton's got his hands full right now.
Yes, he does. He does have plenty of distraction out there. And there's no way to tell when Mike Samples is around or Wolfie D with J.C. Ice in the ring. There's no way to tell exactly what they've got on the line.
A few elbows from Bolton.
Going up on the edge of the ring, but Wolfie D, Bolton has him down. And the referee's over in the corner, Dutch. Got to make you furious as a participant when something like that happens.
Well, it sort of upsets you, but you have to give Downtown Brittle, he has to go and get whoever's on the apron. He's got to get them down. And they know what they're doing, and they know the referee is instructed to do that. He knows that, you know, if they take another step, they're disqualified. But if they just get on the apron, that doesn't necessarily mean there's a disqualification coming. A reversal by Bolton. Now Bolton sort of making a little bit of a momentous comeback here. Some well-planted boots in the corner.
Foots to the midsection in the air. And there's a backbreaker down. And Bobby Bolton picks him right straight back up again. And a third time dumps him down on the deck. Drops with the elbow. This could be it. Beautiful setup move coming from Bobby Bolton on J.C. Ice. Mistake right there.
He's making a mistake. He's making a mistake right there. He should not let Mike Samples distract him.
From behind, J.C. Ice reached in the trunk, nailed him right in the back of the head, 1, 2, 3, and that is going to be a win for J.C. Ice as he grabbed something out of his trunks, came right up behind and blasted Bobby Bolton right in the back of the head. So the win goes to J.C. Ice, but don't forget to credit Wolfie D and movie star Mike Samples, who were out here distracting Bobby Bolton.
Distractions? How hard can it be to distract a moron like that? Bobby Bolton's out here crying over a couple of $1,000. Man, oh man. And I,
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're the one that did him out.
wait a minute. Mike Samples interview, take one. There it is. Get that slated. Let me tell you something. First off, Bobby Bolton's got no business being out here. Can you imagine my chagrin to find out that anybody would offer to pay him $2,000 for a commercial? Those people at Blue Boar Cafeteria in Louisville, Kentucky must be morons to give a nobody, a nothing happening guy like him, $2,000 for a commercial that he didn't get, by the way. Now he's blaming me.
Well, you're the one that messed it up.
Yeah, but they could have had me for a few $100s more. See, I know I'm a little scruffy today. I have a commercial that I'm going to do Monday. It requires me to have a little beard, so that's kind of what I'm... Shut up, I'm trying to talk, you bunch of morons. But I'm going to tell you something. Bobby Bolton, to show you my heart's in the right place, I brought the camera out today. This is a little screen test. I got him on film after our match, and he gets his head shaved, and he's all clean shaven. I'm going to take this out and give it to one of my good friend producers out in Hollywood. Maybe he can be the next Kojak or the next Telly Savalas, because he's going to be bald-headed, Lance. You get that? You get it?
Let me make it clear that everybody knows the fact that they've got a match, Bobby Bolton and movie star Mike Sample coming up, where Samples is putting up the $2,000 that Bobby Bolton says he owes him, and Bobby Bolton is putting up his hair in that match.
You know, maybe instead of wrestling me, he should just change sports. Maybe he should try basketball. You know, they got a lot of guys like Michael Jordan and Shaquille and those guys that don't have any hair either. He'll fit in real good bald-headed.
Very funny, How's your wallet going to fit with $2,000 less?
Mike Samples interview, cut. I'm done.
We'll be back in just one moment. We're going to be seeing movie star Mike Sample in the ring in just a moment. I must comment, Dutch, on your beautiful, poncho? Is that the right thing?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
beautiful poncho. I made it myself.
What a mural. Speaking of lovely, right now for the newest addition to our USWA Championship Wrestling team, covering the fans and the wrestlers, and let's go right now over to Stacy.
Hey, Lance, I'm sorry I called you Dave. You're much younger looking than Dave. I have with me Bobby Bolton. Bobby, we just heard what Mike Sample said. Gosh, your hair is so gorgeous. Is it worth losing your hair over $2,000?
Well, what it's worth going into the ring for, my hair aside, is revenge, Mike Samples. With these people behind me. With these people behind me. You see, in a normal conflict, in a normal contest, people get worked up, and you wrestle as hard as you can. But when something is on the line, something as dear and as close to me as my hair, that's when the adrenaline's flowing. That's when my blood is pumping through my veins. That is when I cannot be beat, Samples. I have put it on the line, not for $2,000, not because you cost me $2,000, but because if that's what it takes to put me over the edge, where I will take you out, that's what needs to be done. That is what I will do.
Back to you, Lance.
Okay, Stacy, you had yourself a handful there with Joel and Bobby Bolton irritated. Let's go to the ring. Ready for the next match, and Tony Friedman. Tony.
Thank you, Lance. We are ready to go with more sizzling action today from the USWA. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring area now from Hollywood, California. Here is the movie star himself, Mike Sample.
We've got his clapboard, I see, Lance.
He'll wish he had it.
His opponent, soon to be making his way to the ring area from Hendersonville, Tennessee, 230 pounds, Stephen Dunn. One fall, 10 minutes in time.
Okie doke. One fall, 10 minutes in time. Mike Samples facing Stephen Dunn and Bill Rush, the referee. We are about ready to go with the second. Remember our main event, Wolfie D and Brian Christopher today. Bell time.
And for those that tuned in late, we have a special appearance here today by a friend of the Spellbinder, Elijah.
Yes.
That I think you fans need to stay tuned and get a real good look at.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Physical specimen he is when he comes out. I'm not going to say any more. Let the people judge for themselves when he comes out later in the program.
This guy's name is Brakus something. We saw him back in the locker room. What a specimen. Duchess said it right. What kind of name is that?
Brakus?
Yeah.
What, I look like a linguist or something? I don't know what kind of name. Stephen Dunn right now getting the upper hand on Mike Samples, and a good drop kick, putting Samples down. Maybe that was take one. Maybe we might need to turn around and do this take two.
He needs to do something like that because Dunn has sure got it all going his way. Slams the head into the top turnbuckle, doubles the fist up. Referee Bill Rush says open it up. He did right after he punched it on his head. Gets a 2 count and
Wait a minute.
What is this? Oh, you know these guys.
I know these guys.
The Truth Commission and the Commandant, all 3 of the participants with the Commandant watching Stephen Dunn and Mike Samples in the ring. And Stephen turns around and sees the entire Truth Commission facing him. Don't make a mistake, Stephen. From behind, Samples got him, Dutch.
Well, I would think that Stephen, I think what Stephen Dunn is running on right now is a lot of adrenaline. Because there's a lot of bad blood, a lot of ill feeling toward the Truth Commission, and this whole new group of guys in here in the USWA. And sometimes when you run on adrenaline, sometimes that takes the case of common sense. And in this case, Stephen Dunn sort of is paying for it right now at the hands of Mike Samples.
For any of those who were not here a couple of weeks ago when Stephen Dunn got jumped in the back after a match, and I mean back in the locker room by the Truth Commission, and they beat him up, busted his nose, blacked his eyes.
They're still black somewhat.
You bet.
Several weeks ago, and they really did a number on him.
Over by the ropes, and Dunn fires out a foot. I'm pleased to see the Truth Commission did not interfere in the match. I thought they might. Beautiful standing drop kick from Stephen Dunn, puts Samples on the deck.
But you see what the Truth Commission does? It's like a show of force. They show up. They are almost like terrorists. Big knee lift by Stephen Dunn. Now the Truth Commission, they have surrounded the ring, not just on one side. They're on all 4 sides of the ring right now. Big shot by Dunn. Samples is down.
You've got Recon on one side, the Interrogator and Tag, and then the Commandant. Samples got him from behind. Count of 1, count of 2. He got him. Now there's a case where you can say, well, the Truth Commission didn't interfere. I'm sure that's what they'd say. But they did just as sure as we're sitting here, even though physically they didn't get into the ring.
Nope.
Stephen Dunn was ambushed by the mental aspect of the Truth Commission being out there, and he ends up on the losing side of that one. We're going to take time out. We've got more action coming up for you in just a moment.
Sports coverage you can count on today on Action News 5.
Plenty of action still to go. Pardon me, we're going to get to it in just a moment. We've got lots of things coming up. As a matter of fact, main event is going to be Too Sexy Brian Christopher, Wolfie in a single match. Hey, you remember last week we were talking about the matches, and we'll get to this week's card, which, by the way, is tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. More about that in a moment. Remember last week when King Reginald was out here, put his throne up against the title, the unified title of Jerry the King Lawler?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We've got some tape we want you to take a look at. Here it is, the King and King Reginald. Take a look.
Section. King Reginald would love nothing more than to walk out of the Big One Expo Center. Big body slam. Fans are starting to chant Lawler, Lawler. more. They're trying to get behind the king of Memphis, and the king of wrestling is in trouble. Queenie now with Lawler, drapes his neck over that second rope into King Reginald. And now King Reginald is twisted up in those ropes. Look out! Here comes Queenie. The fans wanted him. Queenie has the chain. Queenie has the chain. Referee Bill Rush is calling for the bell. Here comes the Nation of Domination. JC Ice, Wolfie D, and the fans at the big one are seeing a little bit more than they bargained for, but I don't hear anyone complaining. Wolfie D's...
Yeah, we got a little bit more than we bargained for, as the king kind of took things in hand there with Queenie. Yes, he did. As a matter of fact, they ended up with no decision, so the throne still is in the possession of King Reginald. But more importantly, Jerry the King still has the unified title after that little get-together between King Reginald, Queenie, and Jerry the King Law. All right, tomorrow afternoon, we've already said it, 3 o'clock is the time, and we're talking out at the big one, I-240 in Hollywood. Very easy to get to, and it's certainly easy to find parking right out there. Tomorrow afternoon will be a marvelous time for you to make a plan to come on into town and out to the big one and able to enjoy all of the wrestling action of USWA. The time is 3 o'clock when it gets underway. Get there a little bit earlier. Great food court. You can kill some time and be ready for all the action that opens up with Brakus and David Haskins. Now, this guy Brakus, we're going to be meeting. Dutch, you mentioned that a little bit.
He'll be here a little later.
Yes, he will. He is the best friend of Spellbinder, and right away that makes me worry a little about him. Jolton Bobby Bolton's hair will be put at stake against $2,000 with movie star Mike Samples. The hair of Bobby Bolton, $2,000 of Mike Samples. A 6-man challenge match when the South African Truth Commission, all of them, we're talking about the Interrogator and Recon and Tank in the ring to go against Stephen Dunn, Double J, and Dirty Dutch Mantel. Heck of a 6-man battle that's going to be. Looking forward to it, Dutch. Then we'll have a title match that will have Wolfie D and JC Ice, the Nation of Domination, putting the titles on the line against Billy Travis and Flash Flanagan. Texas Death Match, and that's where the falls don't count. No disqualification. You keep going. That son of a gun could go all night long. We've seen him go all night almost. And then a handicap back alley brawl when Jerry the King Lawler will be facing King Reginald and Queenie. Well, we kind of saw part of it. That's where the clothes get ripped off in this back alley brawl. We kind of saw a part of it with Queenie, but King Reginald's going to be in there too, Dutch.
I think somebody may be naked in there in the big one.
I think that's it.
Might have all their clothes.
Let's take a look at the final event that's going to be taking place with 5 big main events. We've got a Coward Waves the Flag match when Elijah with Brakus in the corner goes against Ryan Christopher, and Tony Williams will be in his corner. That's the whole lineup. 3 o'clock. The big one is the spot. We do hope tomorrow afternoon you're going to make it plans to come out there. There will be no increase in price, and we're looking forward to you being out there. Okay. What?
Do we have...
Oh, yeah.
What did they say?
King Reginald, he's the one. He's got plenty of conversation to say. Yes.
Wait a minute. I think they want to talk to you, Lance.
Yeah, we talked to him, talked about him just a moment ago. Saw a tape.
No, not really.
Hey, Reggie, would you pay attention?
Hey, let me tell you something. What's up, Queenie, baby? Shut up, you low budget. Look, it's ridiculous, man. You just seen that piece of tape, right?
I saw it, yeah.
Well, it's my turn to talk, so shut up for a minute, Reggie. I've got something to say. For one, Lance, I can't believe you let them show that tape on TV. I'm going to sue you over that. You know that's not right.
Hey, we had a doctor in the
I don't
tape
care
up so it was presentable for television.
You know, Jerry Lawler's nothing but a pervert. Any man who has to do something like that, that's a pervert. If he can't get a woman, that's not my problem. But I don't have to go through something like that.
You take care of her.
No, I'll take care of me. No, I don't have to calm down. I don't have to deal with this. I'm more of a lady than that. If you want to see somebody naked, unzip this dress. I'll show somebody.
Hey.
Unzip this dress. No, I don't
Come on, Reggie, get her under.
Wait a minute. No, not now, baby. These low boys have got to
No,
play
I
this
don't
TV.
have to.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Calm down.
No, I don't have to calm down.
We went down.
Y'all
Look.
watched it. I will sue
down
you.
for a minute. Please calm
I
down.
don't have to
Look,
calm
Lance.
down.
Look, we got a back out of street match coming. You know what a back out of street match is, baby? Hey,
I know what about
look, that means we can wear anything. We can wear all the clothes we want to wear. Look, I'm going to get Jerry Lawler for you. Don't worry about it, because he's scared of me. That punk's scared of me. You understand? Because I'm supposed to be the unified world heavyweight champion right now. He had these goofballs run down there and interfere and make me lose the
He
match.
told me he should have your crown, your throne. That's what he told
I'll
me.
tell you what, Reggie will take care of Jerry Lawler. There's no doubt about that. When he does, I personally will crawl in that ring and rip every stitch of those Kmart clothes off his back. And I will show Memphis, Tennessee what a little man Jerry Lawler really is.
Right, now that's enough of that kind of stuff. Just get her on out of here.
Jerry
Reggie.
Lawler's
No,
in the
we
world
don't
of
need
trouble.
anything.
He's in the world of trouble.
No,
Come on, baby.
I'm not Jerry Lawler.
Some days are better than others.
Wow.
King Reginald getting Queenie out of here. And they will be involved in that bout coming up tomorrow. It's a back alley street brawl, and that's the one where you come in fully clothed, but you don't go out that way. And there are two sides to every coin. You heard one side from an out-of-control Queenie. Here comes the King with the unified title. I'm sure you saw it back there. You know what's in store with this crazy gal, Queenie.
Well, you know, I heard her running her mouth, and she sounded like she's speaking from experience. I don't know how she knows what a little guy I am. I don't know what she's talking about there. But let me just say this, Queenie. This back alley street brawl, I don't know if she understands it. Thank you very much. I don't know if she understands the rules. You know, she's going to be in that match, too.
That's right.
Now, the only way this match ends is when somebody loses all their clothes. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if you all got a good look at Queenie, but to be perfectly honest with you, the last time I saw something that looked like you, it was walking on a leash, if you know what I mean. Oh, come on, Lance. You saw her. You were up close to her. I mean, if ugliness were water, she'd be Niagara Falls. And you know that's the truth, right? I'm going to tell you people the truth. When I got her in that ring, and I pulled that dress up, and I saw her butt, and I saw her face, I said, my God, Siamese twins.
Jerry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hey, come on. Reggie, take her back out of here now. I do believe you got her attention in there. Hell hath no fury like that of a woman.
All I can tell you is she can be kicking and she can be screaming all she wants to, but tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock at the big one, I promise you, everybody, you're going to get to see more than you want to see. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, me. I'll be seeing you there tomorrow afternoon. We got plenty more. Be back in just a moment. Wait. Okay, we're going to be up in the ring in just a moment. We will tell you that we've still to come. Brian Christopher and Wolfie D in a single match is our big main event, and that's not all the action either. We're going to have Elijah, the Spellbinder, out here in a tag match with his new best friend, Brakus. Let's right now, go over to, in the corner, Stacy, who has a special guest. Stacy.
Hey, Lance.
Whoa.
My goodness. Just wanted to catch Double J here for a second.
Well, are you nervous?
Well,
I'm a little
bit.
I'm a little nervous myself. It's good to be back here in Memphis. You know, I was real nervous. Thank you. These fans are great.
They're great.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but I was on Prime Time Country on the
Well, that's
Nashville
what I wanted
Network.
to talk to you about.
All right, yeah, I got to sing my song on there with my baby tonight, and I'll tell you what, I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I was real nervous, you know what I mean? Stepping and fetching like my booty was on fire.
I saw that you were great on there. That
Thank
was
you very
wonderful.
much. I appreciate it. I always got time to talk to a pretty lady, and I always got time to talk to her right in front of a bunch of good Memphis fans. Oh, yeah. I'm about to have a match here in a minute with some pretty big fellas to talk about.
Oh, I know. It's the Truth Commission. They're coming out now.
Okay. We are ready to go right now for the introductions for our next match, a six-man tag match, Tony Friedman.
Big six-man action heading your way. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing already in the ring, here's the team of Tank, Recon, and the Interrogator, the Truth Commission. Their opponents soon to be making their way to the ring area, the team of Double J, Jesse James, T.D. Steele, and Crazy Luke Graham Jr. One fall, 10 minutes in time, six-man tag team match.
Okay, Tony, this is one in which Double J is paired with T.D. Steele. T.D., we know, I've seen him around a good bit. And the third man over there is Crazy Luke Graham Jr.
Yeah, a second-generation wrestler over there in the corner with T.D. Steele. The Truth Commission coming out here en masse, 3 of them, 4 of them if you count the Commandant, causing a lot of problems around here, and I've had a couple of run-ins with them already. A good kick.
That's Recon starting out.
Not wasting any time.
Tank catches Luke Jr. right in the back of that pile driver, but Double J had the referee as he was hollering about the interference, and T.D. Steele hammered down on the deck.
Well, it looks like Crazy Luke Graham Jr. on the outside now. It doesn't look like he's making too much movement. A double boot by the Interrogator and Recon on T.D. Steele. Tank coming in now. This guy's 400 pounds. And
You're right about Luke Jr. He is still down on the floor. After being, and look, here comes Double J. He's doing a revolving door in between them all. He whips Recon over. Up and deals him with that R. Interrogator caught. And now he grabs Double J from behind. J slammed by Tank back into the Interrogator. And mash between the Tank and the Interrogator.
These are some big guys.
Uh-oh, look.
Working on Double J here.
Stephen Dunn.
Again.
You had 3-on-1.
He's sticking his nose into our business again. Your liars, these cheats.
They're talking about cheats, 3-on-1.
Get out of my face, okay? No, get out of my face. I don't want to hear it. I don't like anybody coming over here and getting in my face, screaming at me. I can't do anything. He ought to be taking care of his own guy instead of worrying about what somebody else does.
Stephen Dunn came in there to give Double J an assist. There's a tag. No. Double J comes in, but Downtown Bruno says no. Out of here.
Brother, it looks like this Truth Commission has left some carnage outside the ring. T.D. Steele down.
Right.
Crazy Luke Graham Jr. down.
You got
Steve Dunn has now come to the ring to give some aid and assistance to Double J, and he's going to need some.
We had 3-on-1.
This has turned into a handicap match.
And now it's 3-on-2, but referee wouldn't let Stephen Dunn in. He missed the tag. We saw it. Underneath goes Double J. There he goes. Uh-oh, Tank dropped straight down on him, Dutch.
Oh, he dumped him. You know, when you land 400 pounds on somebody, you have nowhere to go. Double J, he's hurt. He needs to make a tag to Stephen Dunn in the corner. Big Interrogator, almost 7 foot tall, pounding on Double J. He needs to make a tag. T.D. Steele is still down over here. Crazy Luke still down on the other side of the ring. I can barely see him. Now we have a member of the Remember the TV crew looking at him, checking him over here.
As the interrogator.
There's the tag. There's the tag.
And Stephen Dunn comes in.
A lot of bad blood between him and the Truth Commission anyway. Double J coming back in. It's still 3-on-2.
Recon is the one that took credit for breaking the nose of Stephen Dunn. And Stephen said, great, he's going to have to pay for it. I'll fix him in particular and the rest of them in general. And Dunn really going at it. Look at Double J. He comes back. And
He doesn't have, wait a minute, he's going in the ring now. Wait a minute, now it's 4 against 2.
That's going to be it. Referee calls for the bell, doesn't it?
Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. This won't take, I'll be right behind.
Hey, Dutch. Dutch Mantel taken off as in the ring. We have got team of Double J and Stephen Dunn. Whoa! Here comes Dutch with that shoe baby whip. And he's swinging the butt end of that thing. Taking care of the interrogator. Drives him out. Now he comes after the Tank. As Tank goes out, interrogator, Recon, and the Commandant, the winners. With the disqualification when the Commandant came in, it's Double J and Stephen Dunn who were able to get a victory over the Truth Commission on a disqualification when the Commandant jumped in there. Well,
Lance, it's like this right here. You boys want the truth? I'll give you the truth. You just showed everybody what you're made of. You're nothing but a bunch of yellow dog cowards. When it's 4-on-1 or 4-on-2 or 4-on-3, you're pretty big men. But let me tell you boys something. I got some friends too. And we're starting our own little game. We're going to start doing some drive-bys ourselves. Ain't that right, Jesse?
yeah. Well, I tell you, better watch out in the locker room. You know what happened last time, Stephen. Jesse.
You come down here in your sissy-fied khaki golf and jockey pants. You want the truth? You've heard it before. You can't handle the truth. Now, Dirty Dutch has got shoe baby, and we're shoeing some South Africans right out of Dodge.
I believe they got...
Let me say something. I know I wasn't supposed to go in the match, but I don't like to see 3-on-2. I don't like to see 4-on-2. And I got up, but I'm not ashamed to get up, and I'm glad I got up because Truth Commission, you know, I think you need to be introduced to USWA Truth. And right here is one thing that will introduce you to it. Shoe baby, I whooped everybody with it. And I'm going to whoop you, Commandant. I'm going to whoop you, Recon. I'm going to whoop you, Interrogator. And Tank, I'm going to... when I get through with you, you weigh 400 pounds now. You're going to look like you went to Jenny Craig because you're going to weigh about 150 pounds when I'm done with you. You guys line up, and we are taking you down.
You heard from the Dutchman, Stephen Dunn, and Double J. We'll take time out. We've got more action. You're going to see it in just a moment. Ooh, I do like it when the activity gets hot, particularly when we got somebody around taking care of business. That's when you did that with the truth.
We got protection.
Shoe baby
Don't
right
worry.
there. Okay, I want to take you out with the USWA on tour right now because there is a bunch of it happening. And please let me suggest this to you: we love you being right there at television ringside. But when it comes to your town or anywhere around, we hope maybe you're going to take the point to skedaddle on out there. Get you a ticket in advance because you usually can save yourself a buck. Go out and enjoy some great action as the USWA and only USWA provides it up close and personal to you wrestling fans. March the 4th, March the 5th, is that it? Okay, yeah, I got you. March the 5th is going to be West Helena, Arkansas, at the Lady Luck Casino. It's right across from West Helena. The Lady Luck Casino is where the action is, and believe me, that's always one of the more fun nights that you will ever have. March the 7th, you're going to be having a Friday night activity, 7:30. at the Ripley High School in Ripley, Tennessee. They're all going to be there. The great stars of the USWA. Tickets on sale at the high school. $1 off for a ticket in advance. Friday, March the 7th, Ripley High School. March the 8th, Saturday night, 7:30, Drummond's, Tennessee, at the Drummond's Elementary School. The King will be there. Truth Commission's going to be there. Tickets are on sale at Connie Sitco. $1 off on advance. I love that. March the 8th, Saturday night, 7:30, Drummond's, Tennessee. March the 13th, Thursday night, 7:30, Brinkley, Arkansas, at the Convention Center. When the King will be there, Brian Christopher will be there. $1 off when you buy the ticket at the Convention Center in advance, and you'll have the opportunity to see the action. 7:30, Brinkley, March the 13th. The 14th, a Friday night, 7:30. This is March, by the way. It's amazing how it got here so quick. March the 14th, Friday night, 7:30, Jonesboro, National Guard Armory on the ASU campus, and you'll be seeing them all. I'm talking about movie star Mike Sample, the King Jerry Lawler, and Elijah the Spellbinder will be there. JC Ice, Wolfie D. Tickets on sale at Front Page Cafe. $1 off. All student tickets are just $4. All of that for Jonesboro, Arkansas on March the 14th, Friday night. March the 21st, it's going to be Friday night at 7:30, Blytheville, Arkansas, at the National Guard Armory with all of the stars. Going all the way down to March the 28th, a Friday night, 7:30 in Kennett, Missouri, at the American Legion Building. April the 4th, Friday night, 7:30, Paragould, Arkansas, and all of the stars are going to be there. Look for it on April the 4th. More about it as we get closer to it. Okay, that's USWA on tour, and my friend, we hope you will take advantage when it comes right around to you. Looking forward to it. All righty, let's see if we can get right now out here. Billy Travis, Flash Flanagan, talking about an exciting young team. Here is a team that we're delighted to have out here. Billy, Flash, tickled to death to have you out here with it. You got things in your future you want to talk about.
Things in my future. Well, let me tell you something. I live in Dallas, Texas. Well, tomorrow, Texas Deathmatch. Well, last week, you two punks, you did beat us, but you didn't beat us fair and square. This week's Falls Count, he could go all night in Memphis here. Well, let me tell you two boys something. I am coming for blood, Wolfie D and JC Ice, baby. I'm tired of fighting you because I'm going to beat you to death tomorrow. I promise you, and I don't make many promises.
Flash Flanagan, I want to tell you, when you have one of these Texas death matches with falls don't count, it goes on and on till somebody can't answer that bell. That's very difficult physically on anybody.
Well, somebody's going to get hurt tomorrow, and I don't plan on having it to be me this time. Wolfie D, JC Ice, the time for talking is done, and you guys don't get hurt.
Okay, you hear it. Billy Travis, Flash Flanagan. Oh, all right now, guys.
Lance, this is my interview time, so you two punks get on back there.
Yeah, you guys, I know what you're doing. You're
Look, look, we want to come out and tell you something. Look, we're not even going to get this started today. We're not going to have it done. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is a Texas death match for you, Billy. And you know, we don't like Texas, and we've never been to Texas, and we don't want to go to Texas. So we're going to do this tomorrow, man. Tomorrow.
Okay, oh, boy, yeah, that's it. Typical. You might know. You guys come out here. You couldn't keep your word if you had to.
We'll do it tomorrow, Billy. We can do this tomorrow.
All right,
we'll do it tomorrow, Flash.
You come out here and
tomorrow, it's going to be just like this. You're going to be laying on your back.
Yeah, they're going to be ready for it tomorrow. We're going to take time out here, and we'll be back in just a moment.
This portion of USWA Championship Wrestling is brought to you by Bill Blake Auto Insurance.
We are back on USWA Championship Wrestling, ready for more action today with a tag team bout scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 585 pounds, here's the team of Elijah and Germany's own Brakus.
What I'm saying is for real, not playing. Farouk is
the man. Hit your knees and start praying.
What? You guys got a match coming up here.
Mr. Lance, what do you think I'm coming out here to waste everybody's time? From what I understand, Brian's running around with a new friend. Well, let me tell you something. Brian, you little punk, I got a new friend. You see, Lance, because Brian and I used to eat, ride up and down the roads, work out together. And let me tell you something about that lazy little nothing. I pack out 700 pounds, bench pressing 10 reps, just repping it out, and I'd put it on, and I'd have to take all that weight off just so he can do 100 pounds for that little something that he would call the workout. Well, let me tell you something. My new buddy, my new friend, my new pal, all you idiots have heard of him. You've heard of him. He's from Germany. The whole world has heard of him. I want to introduce Brakus.
Well, let's see him in here. He's scheduled to come into the ring, and there he is. Elijah and his partner for today, Brakus. Whoa. He is a mammoth one.
Okay, we are ready to go with a tag team match. Introducing in the ring their opponents at a combined weight of 449 pounds. From Dallas, Texas, Billy Travis. And from Indianapolis, Indiana, Flash Flanagan. One fall, 10 minutes in time.
Well, Lance, that's who we've been talking about. Elijah's new best friend, Brakus.
Man,
I don't know what kind of name Brakus is, but look at him. He is massive. Look at him.
He's from Germany, going to a little pose. Seemed to me he's probably done that one or two times before. Go time, and here we go. He's starting out against Billy Travis.
Look at the legs.
Brakus.
Look at the legs on Brakus.
He's bigger than his legs. Each one of them bigger than most people. What a gun he is. A specimen and a half, Billy Travis.
His legs are as big as Travis's waist. Oh, I'll take that back. They're a little bigger than Travis's waist. They're huge legs. And I didn't hear all the interview here. What was Elijah saying?
All he was talking about, here is my new best friend. He was talking about working out when he used to work out with Brian Christopher, and he'd put all the weight on for him. Oh, he ripped Billy Travis across the ring and just threw him to the rope. Look at Travis in disbelief. He can't believe he was thrown over there.
Well, he didn't believe that. I didn't believe it either. If it happened to me, I don't think I'd believe it.
Brakus.
You know, that's a bad sign when a guy just takes you and throws you across the ring. You weigh 220, 230 pounds. It's a bad sign.
Yeah, right away you get a clue that this may not be your best day.
I'd get a little worried at that point.
Fires him back into the turnbuckles.
Did Elijah say how much this guy could bench press or squat? Did he make?
No,
did he give you any numbers?
He didn't go into any numbers, but looking at him, you can bet it's over 100 pounds. Woo! And Flash Flanagan coming down into the ring, dropped in as he had turned the arm around, but Billy Travis had already made the tag, and so Flash,
you know what
the legal man.
You know what I've noticed here so far, Lance?
What that?
No communication between Brakus and Elijah in the corner. They haven't signaled, they haven't spoken, they haven't said anything to each other. No form of communication, verbal, implied, or otherwise.
I don't know what...
See, did you like that analysis that I just gave?
Yeah.
See, a lot of people wouldn't pick up on that, but I did see, because I want to give the fans the inside scoop on what's going on.
Well, you certainly have done a good job of that. Oh. Whoa, look at that. Flanagan jumped hard down on the mat. Backs over into the neutral corner as his partner Billy Travis came down, and Elijah comes down to kind of rub it in as Brakus looking at his cheerleader Elijah over here. Brakus just kind of staring at him, a little dumbfounded. He's saying something up in the air, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he just physically picks them up with his hands and shoots them over his head. This Brakus is strong and powerful. Now Elijah making his first appearance in this match. Brakus getting out.
Elijah ripping a right hand to the head, to the midsection, and back to the head again. As the Spellbinder whips Flash over there out of the corner, rips lefts and rights into the midsection.
He's trying to take his wheels out from under him. Travis is in a good shot by Billy Travis. He has rocked. He rocked Spellbinder. The turnbuckle. Now, all four of these guys in the ring, referee Bill Rush trying to restore order. I don't think he's going to have much success.
Travis, a big right hand on Spellbinder. Flash Flanagan turns into a Boston Crab on Brakus. Spellbinder comes over, goes to the tight, and he just ripped him with his fist loaded with something. I promise you. 1, 2, 3, and the count goes, and the win is going to Elijah and Brakus. We're used to looking at Spellbinder, who is a big guy himself. But Dutch, did you see across his shoulders the breadth on this Brakus? Huge development, as the win is going to go to the Spellbinder and Brakus. Of course, we've got to mention again with that loaded right fist. There's the winners, Spellbinder and Brakus. We're going to take time out. We've still got our big main event in just a moment. All right. No personal messages passed in here. Well, coming back out here.
Come again.
Yep. They just got through winning a match by suspect means.
You see this specimen? This guy right here. Now there's a training partner. You see what I'm saying? There's a training partner. You see?
Where is he from? Let me get over here and
Hey, I answer all the questions. All the questions are directed to me. This man does not speak English. You understand? What do you think? I'm an idiot? The Coward's Way outmatch. That's my partner. That's my buddy. You see?
You've got one coming up. A coward waves the flag.
I got one coming up. Well, what do you think's going to happen if just in case this little idiot happens to go into his sights and pick up a chain the way he usually does? What do you think's going to happen? You think he's going to know that I'm telling him to wave the flag? He doesn't understand English. Do you understand? He's from Germany. Look, watch this. Watch this. And you idiots, watch this. Hey, Brakus, wave the flag. See? No, listen. Wave the flag. Wave the flag. Wave the flag. What did I tell you?
Well, he thinks everything's Pope.
Forget it. I'm going to tell you something, you little punk. I'm going to burn you up this week. I'm going to burn you up. And as far as that little schmuck you got running around with you, I'm going to put my foot down his throat. Ask him what happened to him the last time he mouthed off to me.
Well, you hear it, Elijah, who will be going in a coward wave the flag match.
One more time. Wave the flag.
Yeah, there's Brakus. That's the new partner of Elijah, and he is some specimen. I got to tell you what, if muscles alone would win a match, I don't think anybody will ever beat these guys, but it takes more than that, as he'll be going against Brian Christopher. We are going to be taking time out, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Dave Brown with an invitation for you to attend the grand opening of the new Patrick Home Center in Como. This Sunday is your opportunity to explore the latest concepts in luxury living at affordable prices. See firsthand the new Palm Harbor Triple Wide with over 2,100 square feet, loaded with quality features. All homes will be open and housing consultants available to answer your questions. Absolutely no obligation because no home will be sold this Sunday. Just come on down and browse. It's from 1 to 5, March 2nd. Don't miss it.
Sky 5, live, local, late breaking. Only on Action News 5, coverage you can count on every day.
That is only one of the matches that'll be coming up on tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock out at the big one. Yes, that's when USWA Championship Wrestling will be added. 3 o'clock tomorrow, the big one out there off of I-240 at Hollywood. You are going to see the likes of Brakus in a single match against David Haskin. Then it's going to be Bobby Bolton, whose hair will be at stake, against $2,000 put up by a movie star Mike Samples. A six-man grudge match that the Dutchman's going to have a personal interest in when he teams with Double J and Steve Dunn to go against the South African Truth Commission and the Commandant. And then a Texas death match, a title match where Wolfie D and JC Ice put the tag titles on the line. Falls do not count, no disqualification. Billy Travis, Flash Flanagan challenging the champions, Wolfie D and JC Ice. Handicap back alley brawl. Look out for this one. Jerry the King Lawler will be facing King Reginald and Queenie, who will be involved in the match. And this is where they come in fully clothed, and somebody's going to go out with the clothes ripped right off of them. And the final match, what a main event. It's going to be the Coward waves the flag. The title is on the line when Elijah puts the USWA heavyweight title up against Brian Christopher's challenge. Elijah will have Brakus in his corner, a guy who speaks no English, and Tony Williams will be the partner of Brian Christopher in the Coward waves the flag match. Free parking tomorrow. Drive in, park the car, no dough goes out, regular prices. You come in at 3 o'clock and have a whale of an afternoon watching USWA Championship Wrestling. We hope you're going to be there. We've got action coming up in the ring in just a moment. See if we can get Brian Christopher in here. Here comes Too Sexy right now. And along with him, a young man who's quite an athlete himself, Tony Williams, who went all the way through high school with Brian, and they have been best friends. Brian, you heard all that conversation about these two guys who look like all they can do is pose.
Yeah, I heard it all, Lance. I heard the spellbinder out here running his mouth about how he's got a new best friend.
Yes.
How me and him used to be best friends. Well, I got news for you, spellbinder. We never were best friends. I mean, never were best friends. Sure, we used to work out together and things like that. But as far as being best friends, we were not. I want you to understand that. Now, that's one of the biggest lies I've heard ever since he came out here and said that he could bench press 700 pounds.
Yeah, he did.
He said he bench presses 700 pounds.
700.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you're a liar.
10 reps.
He can't do it. Now, about a squat. Now, I know about a squat. He does that every time he takes a pee. But, Spellbinder, I want you to listen up. Now, as far as best friends, come over here, Tony. Because this man right here is my true best friend. This man right here has been my best friend ever since high school. He's been there beside me every time we went out, everything we've done. This man's always been there. Whenever I've asked anything out of him, he's always been there for me, and I've been there for him. And Tony, right now, I want to ask something of you in this match. Now, we got a Coward waves the flag match. Right. That means whoever waves that flag is not only the loser, but they're a coward. And Tony, you know I'm no coward. And I want you right now to promise me, no matter what happens in this match, you will not wave that flag.
I understand what you're saying, Brian, but you heard his interview, and over the past 2 weeks, I've seen him burn you. What happens if he throws a big ball of fire right in your face and burns your face up?
Tony, listen to me. Now, I don't care if my skin is hanging off my face. You see that right there, Lance? Yep. That's what he did this past week. I don't care if my face looks just like that. I don't care if he throws 10 fireballs on me. It don't matter. I do not want you to wave the flag. I'm no longer asking you not to. I'm telling you. You don't wave that flag for me. Okay?
You got my words.
Yeah, Wolfie D coming out, running his chop.
Let me beat you up. I'm going to show you another coward. Not only a spellbinder, a coward, and I'm going to prove it to the world, but I'm about to beat this coward right here.
This is the main event we've waited for, Tony Friedman.
Okay, this is the main event. One fall or to the expiration of your time. Introducing first, wrestling out of the hood and representing the NOD, 226 pounds, Sir Wolfie D. His opponent, wrestling out of Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 225 pounds, too sexy, Brian Christopher. One fall at the expiration of our time.
Well, we have an interesting concept here. You got two guys telling two other guys not to wave the flag.
Yeah.
So if they're under orders not to wave a flag, what's going to go on? I guess they're not going to do it.
Wolfie D whipping that right hand at Brian Christopher. Look at him stay right on him. And that's one of the things that makes this Wolfie D such a tough competitor. He will stay on your back.
Well, he's very aggressive. That's what he's got to be. Him and Ice Baby, too. They have to be aggressive because they're not physically overpowering. They got to be a little smarter, a little sneakier, and a little more aggressive to hang with some of these guys. Like Brian Christopher. By myself, I'm
Yeah.
So you can tell these guys don't really care for each other. A lot of bad blood between these two also.
Brian Christopher, he wants to get some of that Wolfie D's blood, I can tell you that. Ooh.
Double arm suplex.
Brian Christopher getting off to a very slow start with Wolfie D. That will make a difference. That big right hand.
Wolfie D holding right with him. What Wolfie D made a mistake. He didn't really get the leverage. He didn't get under Brian Christopher enough to really. He did that time. He got under the leverage point, dropped him in a DDT, and that will slow you down.
There was a situation where it looked like Brian, when he was going into the rope, Brian was going to try to come down and backdrop him over there, and Wolfie D hooked the chin, wrapped the arm in, and DDT'd him right smack off the rope. Picks him up, scoop slam.
Going up on the top, and see if he can connect on this. A lot of guys get up here, spend way too much time, telegraph the move, give the opponent time to recover. Brian Christopher, of course, didn't recover on that one. Wolfie on top of him, not getting the 3 count, of course, but he is at least covering Brian Christopher at all times, and that's the name of the game. See if you can hold him down for a 3 count.
He didn't waste any time up on the rope as he came down and flashed that fist, and now he's at it again with Brian Christopher back up in the corner, a chokehold, and referee Downtown Bruno tell him to let it loose. Block, right hand. Christopher puts him on the deck again with a big right hand. Brian Christopher backs him into the rope. Whip across the ring. Now it's blocked. Reverse. And Christopher again, Dutch.
That was a double block. And Brian Christopher got the upper hand in that exchange. Let me ask you something, Lance. You see the pants that Wolfie D's wearing? Why do guys wear them that way?
That's one thing. As long as I've known these guys, I never have been able to understand the get up.
Why doesn't he pull his pants up?
Christopher climbs the ladder to the top turnbuckle, flies off of there with a flying drop kick.
The fans calling for the super kick. Let's see if he can connect with it. A reversal. Downtown Bruno down. Wait a minute. Spellbinder coming in. Brian Christopher ducks.
Spellbinder hit Wolfie D when Brian ducked. There's that super kick. Down he goes 1, 2, and 3.
A surprise there. Spellbinder back up, going after Brian Christopher now. Wolfie D.
While they're going at it, we've got to take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Here comes Brakus. We'll be back. You know, Dutch, I love it when we get everything going. We got enough things happening in the USWA right now. We're going to go for a second fall. All right. Hey, that's great. Downtown Bruno coming out. I didn't know whether we had enough time or not, but we do. Okay, thank you very much. So, let's get them in here.
Let's get them in here.
And while we've got time, we want to get action. Wolfie D coming back in.
In the words of the famous Bill Watts, hook 'em up. Hook 'em up.
Here comes Too Sexy Brian Christopher. Rips the
over
right
the top.
hand.
He's over the top. They're on the floors. I'm going to protect you if they come this way. Now they're back in the crib now. They're back in the playpen. Brian Christopher a little fired up. I don't blame him for being fired up. Sometimes these guys they keep messing, they keep jumping on you, keep trying to do all these things to you. And now finally you just reach a point where you're not going to take it anymore. And Brian Christopher looks like he's reached that boiling point right now.
Well, he had 3 of them on him out here, Dutch, because Spellbinder brought his new best friend Brakus in there.
Move out of the way.
And he came roaring in there with Wolfie D in the ring, and Brian was having to face all 3 of them.
Good move by Brian Christopher.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Wolfie D went to throw the punch. He ducked. He hit right into the post. And metal is unforgiving.
And he just showed Wolfie D how unforgiving it is. Look at this. Hammered his head back in there again. Brian Christopher.
Now he's got him hooked into that turnbuckle. Referee downtown Bruno counting. You better get him back in the ring. Wait a minute, is that what is that? I'm trying to call for it.
We got to take a break right here. We got to find no break. Okay, we're coming closeout time. All right. Brian Christopher drops in with a
low
hit.
Princeton. Brian Christopher dominating the second fall here on Wolfie D. Going for the snaps. Wait a minute. He went for the snap suplex. Wolfie D blocked it. Went on top of him. Now he's throwing right hands. Referee giving the count to Wolfie D. Wolfie D breaks it. This match has been back and forth.
Brian takes a shot from Wolfie D.
It's the same hand he hit that post with just a few minutes ago. Seconds ago.
He has regained it, and I mean to tell you, these are a couple of
guys are
young lions that are really going at it.
But both of them are pushing the envelope, so to speak, with this referee because they've been out of the ring twice. They've thrown right hands back and forth.
Time is up, Dutch. Time's up.
Time's up.
So the second fall is going to end, and the time.
Here they come. Watch it, Lance.
Whoa! Christopher hammering Wolfie D down on the desk. And again, as the time is up, and part of our
I think Wolfie D was glad that the time was up. I would have been if I was him.
All right.
It's a moral victory.
My earpiece got short-circuited in that exchange, getting away from the desk. So our time is up, and we ended up with the first fall and the second fall being stopped due to the time, and that's going to have to be it. Whoa, that's the kind of activity, friend, that we absolutely have a bunch of all the time here on the USWA.
I'm standing up. Pray somebody comes running at me, I can move out of the way here.
You're going to be prepared.
There goes the winner around the ring, Lance.
Okay, Dutch, let me take this opportunity to remind the folks of what we've got. Brakus goes against David Haskins at 3 p.m. Free parking out at the Big One Expo tomorrow afternoon. Please be out there. We got to get out of here. I can tell the time we don't have to do it. It'll be Bobby Bolton going against Mike Samples with Hare against $2,000. 6-man challenge match with Dunn, Mantel, and Double J. We got to go. For Dutch Mantel, for Stacy, Lance Russell saying see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
On this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.